damn. I mean, I really don't care, Zarvo. Thanks for asking ahead of time, though.
Welcome to Nova.
Anti-Sui measures, I believe, have kind of negated Sui to the point that it's not even usable. Without any healing outside of fire, like, I'd rather do fire Lord of Death here, I think. I'd do Lord of Death. So, I'm not gonna do what you probably assume I would do and go Lord of Death. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go the 5-worker guaranteed start. Right, and that's where I think the real value is in cash out, is it gives you that extra worker so much easier. Blah, blah. That's, I think, really the benefit. What playstyle was selected is cash out this game. John Rambo. No sending to me is kind of a little bit like Monka-S, but also not that big of a deal. I'll get another snail in time. I easily get, I could probably actually get double Aqua now. If I get double Aqua, I'm so incredibly easy here, it's not even a problem. Because this will give me easily 6 gold, so double Aqua it is. Yeah, that's probably my play. If he sends me 3 now, it's a little sketchy, but I think they need to kind of respect it. I don't think it's the best every game, Todirk, but me being 5-worker early allows me to push a lot more consistently with the snail leak there. In my opinion, it was a positive, but it's also not always the case, if that makes sense. So, like, the snail on 1 was great. I actually think I've got a to snail or not to snail video. I thought I had one that was on YouTube, but I forget now. Here's my 60. Ooh. Thank you, Mauer. As always. We have 6-worker here. Right play to be determined. Strong play? Yeah. I think I can make the strong play here. Because they're leaked so hard here, I think I'm not nearly as vulnerable. We'll kind of run with it. What about 7-worker? Now that is a little bit risky. It's fire archers in an okay spot. I might actually want it 1 higher though. This is fine. This is a leak coming out of good guy, Greg. I'm pretty pushed here. Gotta be careful. But I think I can go for another DT here. I think we're getting some king damage again. I do need to get this extra snail if I want to get Rogue Wave out, and I do. Perfect. Rogue Wave coming with me on a trip. Overvalue too. Oh my goodness. That's what's like the saddest part about this is I'm overvalue with a Rogue Wave. At 400 value here. I mean, makes sense, but pretty easy clap. Alright, let's see what happens here. I think the DT not getting sniped until after the first snail gives me some potential to leak him here. He doesn't have much for damage is the question, right? Like, look at this, and he's got not a whole lot of damage going on. When does this Windhawk die is the next question, right? Pretty quickly. That's good. I don't think I'm getting through him, but more king damage. I'm gonna reroll early here, see what I get. Anything that tickles my fancy. Not a whole lot. I do think I can take the Mudman here, though. Or the Grarl. I think it's just better overall. Gives me like an actual guaranteed tank every wave rather than some partial tank every once in a while. This thing will eventually get nuked. I panic built it quickly and it's in a terrible spot, but that's fine. A handful going on in this situation is about best case scenario. The sad fact is my Fire Ellie does not get any aggro, which is like the last thing you want. You want your Fire Ellie to take like a good chunk of aggro in this situation. It's fine though. I think I hold, so I will take it. I don't think he'll have much to send me, so I'm going to push another worker here. Against my better judgment. He did get the Violet there, which means he did not push off of my send on 4. Which is positive for me, right? Like, he's not pushing. I'm able to basically just outscale him now at this point. Not a whole lot of negatives for me in that sense. We're going to send just another Bone Warrior here in the split. And it should be enough to really kind of solidify my long-term scalability here. This is kind of what happens, though, when you get ranked into lower lobbies and you just get a good scale roll. Cash out in this situation, though, was, like, perfect, right? Gave me the extra worker early, allowed me to easily hold the 60 send on 2. Yeah, just overall, I think everything kind of fell in my favor in this game, which you can't say happens all the time. It's very often not the case that everything falls in your favor. Well, I held all but the brood, which I'm not upset about at all. If I'm just leaking a brood on 2 every game, I'm happy with just the brood.
Yes.
Unfortunate aggro there for me, but it's okay. We're just gonna double brood him next. We're really overvalued here. to be expected, I guess. I'm assuming he's going to resend me here. I could have theoretically just stayed what it would have been and not gone this extra Fire Ellie, but I think it's better off that I just build full. Give myself the best opportunity possible to leak him and hold myself. Veterans, nice. Still think I get through them. Maybe not rip him, dude. He's actually holding this way better than I thought he would. Brute's getting sniped, man. Brute's hitting what isn't enough. And he'll still leak, but that's a much better hold than he realistically should have had. That's a good buy. Good job by him. In this situation, my teammate needs to continuously send because his dude's not holding. Not this wave, not next wave, not any wave at this rate. Right, so you need to push that advantage, push your scale in this situation. Yeah, the dude had really good aggro and really good split for sure. Much better than I anticipated, which makes it a little bit tough to play around. I did get a send last, and I didn't really push any, so I'm just gonna. I'm gonna go like this. I'm not pushing two. Leaves me with a Mudman for next. I don't think there's any way I'm holding 10. I'm gonna do our best as always, but I just don't think there's a way I hold it. We'll see though. We'll see. I will never say never to a hold on 10 because it really depends on what they send, if they send, how they send, etc. If they're just gonna give me a little reach around and let me go on my way, then not a big deal. I mean, honestly, my teammate would just easy hold if he even went wargs. That's the flip side of it too. Like my teammate's got wargs, he doesn't have a whole lot to worry about. I think we just go boom like this. Upper split in the. How's my teammate looking here? I'm gonna harden. I think they go here on me. So let's go another here. Oh well. Yuzora grab, or drop, I should say. Gives us enough to do 2 of them. Let's go this way. I've got something for the wave, and I'm also honestly now a lot better on 9, 10, 10 11, 12 because of this. So still gonna king up, but not the worst in the world. I'm hoping that I just kill the sends, right? My Aquas get me send kills. That's about all I can really hope for here. The ogre not dying kind of stinks. Like, I'd love this thing to be dead here. Could be worse.
Shut down.
I'm glad I had king up here.
Shut down. Alright,
Not the end of the world, but definitely going to be some king damage we don't want to give up. We 13. Pretty easily 13 here. I think it might even be just lizard armor 13 for me. Man, we almost died here. If I didn't king up, we'd 100% be dead. I was hoping my teammate would hold here, though. Let's go lizard army. We'll go 13. Not too big of a deal. A little bit of a setback. That just spam is kind of funny to me, to be honest. Does dragon get buffed? Yes, dragon does get buffed. I'm going to place that here so that my fire LLE does not get sniped. Kind of need it in some of these waves. I was hoping that I was going to get all the kills in terms of like the sends on 10. A little unfortunate. Lizard army give me income too? No, does not. Just gives you the send opportunity. So basically I'll just be able to send a ton bigger on 13 or 12 or even 11 if I do want to. But I really am just going to go for the 13 send here. The guy I'm sending into has the ability to hold and have a really good 13, but let's go with this here. We'll go full Hades here. I am way over value, which gives me some relief because I think my teammate and me need to be careful, especially with me long saving. I'd rather be 165 over there than be under at all in the situation. So kind of rolling and rocking with what I got right now. I'll go second Leviathan, hypothetically. Otherwise, I'll just go Yuzora's. Double Yuzora here would be decent next. Give me some time. Full building for this wave. That's nice of them to do such thing. What? Huh? I don't know what he's saying, to be honest.
Not enough material, not enough material.
Got to. Oh, okay. I understand now at least what he's saying. I was just confused by what he said. Why he said G to G. Gotta go like in terms of like we have to send here. Yes, it just didn't make sense. Register in my brain what he was saying. Yes, we have to send here. I might not hold here myself, to be honest. I needed to harden, I guess. It's not over just yet. This is a way closer game than it needed to be. Cash out came in clutch for us here, but yeah, way closer. I just didn't really have a great... I think I realistically need to either get more tanks for this wave or something. I was lacking something here. Hades is great, but it's also not enough to solo wave 13. It needs more time to scale. It needs more units to scale with. I struggle a lot because of that, Hades not being great. That being said, I don't think this was a bad game, and I think this is one I can definitely throw on YouTube as like a guide on how to use cash out. So, yeah, if anybody has any questions, drop the comments below. Otherwise, like, subscribe. Catch you guys later. Peace. Just try to do my little spiel so I can put a marker there and be into it next game.